I've counseled quite a number of couples when I was pastoring a church in Bulacan. And among the most unfortunate issues I've handled were cases of dysfunctional families. In many of these cases, I found a common thread. These were families where the husband abdicated their responsibilities to lead the marriage and the home. Ipinaubaya na ni mister kay misis ang pangunguna sa pamilya. Most women may not admit it, but I sincerely believe that most Christian women desire to be led by their husbands. They flourish best when the leadership roles in the family function well. But when the husband fails to live up to his role as leader of the family system starts to break down. We need to understand that there's an aspect in every woman that wants to assume leadership in the family. Sure, she would much rather that the man lead, but when the ship is rudderless, when the family is not going in any direction, the urge to take over wells up, that the wife begins making all the key decisions that the husband refuses to make. While most wives know that it is God's desire and plan for men to lead a home, every time the husband fails to act as he should, a leadership vacuum is created in the family that the wife often readily fills. Kaya po nagkakagulo sa loob ng pamilya. Gusto mang sumunod at mag-submit ni misis, na-frustrate siya kapag hindi ginagampanan ni mister ang kanyang pagiging leader ng pamilya. The husband may be weak and lazy. This builds up resentment in the wife who wishes her husband to step up and be a man. When the husband fails to step up, then most often than not, the wife feels compelled to take over and take charge. O di syempre, may inis na si mister kasi feeling niya, ina-under-desire siya ng misis niya. Ang resulta, walang katapusang away. It is quite disturbing that there are a lot of men who do not know how to be good husbands. They do not know how to lead a family. I think this is because we have had several generations of families where the man of the house was hardly present. Some were too busy and occupied with work. Others were conditioned by culture to have active social lives so that they spend very little time at home with their families. Others have been constrained by financial pressures to find work away from home, mostly abroad as OFWs. We've had a few generations of men who never learned how to be good husbands, or how to be good fathers, or how to be good leaders in the home. The result? Several generations of families with weak male leaders, with women taking over the leadership role. This was not how God designed the husband and wife relationship to be. This was not how God designed the family to be led. We need to go back to the original design. This is what Paul said in his letter to the Ephesians as he addressed the husbands, the appointed leaders in the family. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, that he might sanctify her, having cleansed her by the washing of water with the word, so that he might present the church to himself in splendor, without spot or wrinkle or any such thing, that she might be holy and without blemish. In the same way, husbands should love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. Husbands are to love their wives in the same way Christ loved the church. It is a self-sacrificing kind of love. It is the kind that serves the wife and the family as a servant leader. Kaya mga mister, dapat nating bigyan ng sapat na panahon ng ating mga pamilya. Sikapin nating maging mahusay na breadwinner. Unahin natin ang pangangailangan ng pamilya bago luho. Unahin natin ang pamilya bago ang barkada. Bigyan natin ng karapat-dapat na respeto at pagmamahal ang ating misis bilang ating kapartner sa buhay. That is a kind of husband that is needed by every family. If every husband were to be this way, we will be able to avoid the switching of roles and its consequences on the well-being of families. As husbands learn to be the kind of husbands that God wills them to be, as the loving servant leaders of their families, please keep in mind, faith matters